Hey everybody, it is Friday. The last video was on Monday. This is my assistant Melinda, and this is Lena, who we are trying to vlog her progress and what she's doing. I wanted Melinda to put a little bit of fly spray on her face, and so we have a soft brush there that we put fly spray on, and then we use it to brush it onto the face instead of spraying the face. So Melinda's just working through here. How can she get the horse to lower the head somewhat like that based on the way that she presents the brush, and also by the way that she has her rope there to prevent the horse from going too far up. And you know, the horse isn't just going to have their head all the way dropped on day one, but could they drop it a little bit? Could they have it just still? Yeah, her head's in the air, but she's still. And then maybe eventually she could come down just a little bit, but this is one of the things that, you know, I want to pay a lot of attention to because, you know, we talked about how this horse is primarily here for the trailer loading, but we also need to consider that everything that we do with the horse and what we teach them and what we allow is what contributes to whether the horse is going to follow our direction and how they're going to respond to the halter and to the rope. And see, there's already a little bit softer. But see, Melinda has to stay soft, but she has a little boundary there with her rope, and that is perfect right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, Melinda has already done groundwork to warm her up, but I'm going to film her just doing a little bit here because if you watch the first video, you'll see Lena's initial reaction to the flag. And so what you're gonna see here is where she's at. This is the course of, it is Thursday. I think I already said Friday on the previous video. So it's day 4, and you know, she's smart, very smart cookie, doing a great job. So we pulled her shoes on Tuesday. She did a good job. She only had the shoes on for fair, and fair is over, and normally they pull the shoes, so that's normal. And she just had fronts, and so now we're just gonna get ready to rope her. And when I say rope her, I mean rope all 4 feet. Around the belly, the heart girth, and around the flank and under the tail. And I did some of it yesterday. It went really well, and so I'm gonna finish it up today, but I'm gonna let Melinda do some of this stuff here in the beginning. I've known Melinda for 2 years or more. She knows what I'm after. She's let me coach her for a while now too, within those 2 years, and I trust her. She's not just some Joe Schmo who wanted to work horses. It's someone who is familiar with the goals that I have and what I'm looking for in the horse. So okay, so what we're doing here is introducing Lena to the lariat rope, and I just want her to get used to the feeling of it. And so I'm going to coach Melinda a little bit through it, and this is what I like to do before I actually, you know, catch a leg or catch the heart girth or the flank or anything like that. So what we're looking for is if she shows any twitching whenever the rope touches her. So if she twitches, Melinda would keep rhythmically tapping the lariat rope until she stopped twitching. And you have to tell the difference between, is it a fly twitch or is it a twitch from feeling the lariat rope. Now go down the legs a little further, Melinda, and you might have to give her some rope there so she doesn't turn. Yep, and you just want her to feel the rope around the legs. You don't just take the rope and just rope a leg and scare them. You know, prepare them for it. There's the twitch. Stay there. Good. There, the twitch went away. And see, you have a rhythm to it. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, a 1, 2. Don't just surprise the horse by slapping it here and slapping it there. So we're going to do the same thing on both sides. And then I'm going to take the rope and work on her feet. And Melinda is perfectly capable of that, but we want her to be more handy with the lariat before she gets a foot in it. So here's the other side. Neck. Yep, get herself organized. So it's good to put your rope over your left elbow there, or your outside elbow, so that way your lariat rope can be in your inside hand, so it's closer to the horse, but then also the angle of the lead rope right now helps prevent the horse from moving off because there's a little bit of that like towards the back feeling. Just keeps it more still without you having to like pull on it and stuff. Super. Go to the flank again, Melinda. Get a little under her, a little bit more under the flank. Yeah, any twitching? Okay. All right, now go ahead and stop and then walk forward behind her tail and unwind. Right from where you were. Yep, stay in her right eye. There you go. Look for the inside hind to step under. And then go straight. You always want to do a little unwind. Some people call it, I think, what is it, doubling or something, where you just unlock them. Don't let them stand there perfectly still for too long. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get ready to rope her feet. Now, mind you, I am not this like crazy good roper. I just use the rope for things like this. I don't know if I could actually catch something over the head, but I can catch a foot like that. Anyways, I leave the loop open like that because I don't want to clamp it down on her leg and scare her. I already did this leg yesterday, so you can see how she's doing really good with it, and initially scared her some. I want her to keep moving, and what I'm doing right now is the rope is she's just carrying it. I'm not pulling on it or anything yet. Now I'm going to let my body slow down. I'm going to hook under her fetlock and just see if she can give it to me. Give to me. Good girl. Wonderful. And you don't need to do that 110,000 times. I mean, you could if you want, but okay, the next foot is that front foot, which I did yesterday too. And I'm letting her carry it. Now I'm going to hook under the fetlock. You'll see, can she slow it down? Can she bring it to me? See, she's a little bit worried about that. Bring it to me. Good girl. Create a little energy. Come on. How do we... There you go. Had to change my angle. Okay, now I'm going to change directions because I'm happy with that on both sides. Now, this is the part that's hard for me, is because I want to keep my coils in my left hand, and I want to keep my rope in my right hand because that's my dominant hand. Okay, same thing. She's carrying it, so it's the first time she's had the rope around this leg. I did use the lead rope, just so you know, around her feet a little bit before I did this. Okay, a little bit of pressure down under the fetlock, and you give it to me. I'd rather it be a little bit more forward feeling. She wants me in her left eye, not her right eye. That's why she's changing that position. Okay, adding a little pressure, a little wiggle to it, blocking her. So I'm kind of getting movement. I'm not really getting the foot itself, so I'm just going to wait a moment. Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting I need to not pluck. It's making her move. Kind of like a chew. That was half of it. So she took a deep breath. Little wiggle. Now I'm not going to stay here for forever. I will take that. Okay, go forward, honey. I'm putting the coils right where my leg will go, so we can start to introduce that feeling as well. Oops, I missed. There we go. Okay, she's just carrying it. See how she steps a little higher initially? I want to try to keep it below the hocks, and I definitely don't want to put pressure on it if it is above the hocks. I know, it's weird feeling in the lead rope. Okay, I'm ready to put a little pressure on it. Can you give? Good girl. Forward. job. So all I was looking for there was her to give foot to the rope. We've done all 4 feet, and now we're going to do some other body parts. The owner has said that they've had some cinching problems before, or she's a little cinchy, and it could be something going on with the saddle fit, it could be something going on with muscle soreness, but I'm going to explore that with the lariat rope now. And I'm just going to put a full disclaimer here. If you are someone doing this video just to pick apart how I rope, just skip, because I'm probably not going to do it as perfect as maybe one would like. But I have some very good cowboy teachers who will help me do this better, and I don't need the internet comments to tell me what to do. So that's my disclaimer, okay? Anyways, I understand the risk of getting tangled up, getting the horse tangled up, getting myself tangled up, and I understand that sometimes you might see me in a position that might not be the best, but that's just me being transparent. So something I want to talk about real quick is that whether this rope means move or let it touch you is all based on what intentions I have in the rest of my body. And so it's all about, you know, am I clucking? Am I moving the rest of my body? Oh, this loop is way too big. Okay. Okay. Up in the groin, what do we think? I'm watching for twitching. I'm watching for any reaction. I'm also fully prepared that if a hind leg comes towards me, that I'm going to react by taking the head around with my left hand. Okay, so that was pretty lovely. Let's change directions. Got the wrong timing and touched her in the ribs. So that's okay. If I'm going to vlog this experience, you're going to see some moments that are not as pretty as other moments. There we go. Okay, up in the groin. Keep her away from me. Good expression, looking for twitching. Good girl. Okay, unwind. Change sides. Come on. Okay, now I'm going to catch. Goodness, I don't like this enough. Too big. Too big, it's dragging on the ground. Both hind feet. And then I'm going to ask for, get it around her heart girth. Take my lead rope now in my left hand. Everything else is in my right hand. I don't want it to slide back to her flank yet, which it is because it lost some tension. Let's move on up here. Ah, I did it again. Oh my gosh. Watching for the twitching. They'll start twitching before they start freaking out. Okay, lady. Okay. Keep the tension a little bit on the rope. Add some now. How does she feel? How does she react? She wants to come into me. That's not what I want her to do when she feels the girth. Good job. Okay. Now I'll move it back some. Good girl. I want to get her a little further something. Some of them could be kicking and freaking out at this by now. Some of them not. Okay. A little bit of tightness in the flank. Good girl. Loosen it. A little bit of tightness in the flank. Good girl. Loosen it. Halt. Good. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do for the roping session. I'm not going to do, I don't need to do it on both sides. I don't think. I did all 4 feet. Yesterday when I was throwing the rope on her, I did get it over her, or under her tail a little bit. She's very good at that, so I'm happy with that. And for me and where I'm at with my skills with the lariat rope, you know what? It's good enough. So the main thing is the horse did really good, and I would not have done this with a horse that I didn't feel was prepared correctly, or if I didn't feel like I was prepared enough to handle it. And everybody's got to do things that we all started somewhere. So, alright, so now she's ready for the saddle tomorrow, and I'm going to saddle her with a back cinch for the first time. She has not worn a back cinch before, but my saddle has one, and if I'm going to take her on any trails, I would like her to have a back cinch. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.